everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Jodi and I'm really glad that you're here today, and I'm super excited about today's video because it is Friday Face Off. If you are new and wondering what all the hoopla is about, Friday Face Off is where I take two beloved products from different price points. Price points don't always determine if they make it onto Friday Face Off, but two products in the same category, and we dissect them and we do a full review side by side so that we can see which one is really best. Now, the word best really does describe how I think these perform, but at the end of the day, my goal here is to provide you with enough information so that you can make the best decision for what works best for your specific needs. Whether you have oily skin, dry skin, whether you like to use primer, don't use primer, you know, all the ways that you put on your makeup specifically unique to you. Some of these products will work great and some won't work well at all for anybody ever. And I don't hesitate to share that with you as well. As always, these videos are not sponsored. These are products that I have paid for myself. And there are some days I wish I had not done that. And I'm curious to see if today is going to be one of those days. It is summer, so I wanted to try some beautiful glowing highlighters, liquid, because as we age, a liquid highlighter typically is a little more forgiving on our more mature skin than powders. The market is flooded with powder highlighters, so I wanted to see how well do these two liquid highlighters hold up. Now, in full transparency, one of them is the Glotion by L'Oreal because I know how well it works and I love it. And more specifically, I love the price point of under $12. I had planned on making the Glotion's competitor the Smashbox Halo Liquid Highlighter because many of you know I love this one as well. However, there was a new highlighter that has recently hit the market that a few of you had asked me to review, and I thought, wow, for $58, Westman let me give this a go. So we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna give you all the specifics on what makes up these two products, and we're gonna do a test review and see how they look and how they wear. So if you are ready to dive in, let's just get to it. Now, how you layer a liquid highlighter is really up to you. I haven't seen any that you can't put over your moisturizer, which would be your normal way of applying them if you don't wear any foundation. You can also put them on after your moisturizer and then foundation over them if you like more of that natural glow to come through. Now, if you wear a full coverage foundation, you may not benefit from getting that glow coming through your skin. But if you wear a tinted moisturizer or even a lighter sheer foundation, then you will get to see some of that glow come through if you apply a liquid highlighter before foundation. Now, for me, I like to apply my liquid highlighter underneath my foundation if I'm wearing a tinted moisturizer or a lighter sheer foundation. But on the normal day-to-day, I like to apply it over my foundation and just in a certain few areas because I don't like my whole face to look shiny, and I definitely don't want it to look as though it's glowing everywhere. So I like a little bit more of a matte finish to my makeup and then just a little bit of highlight in some of the higher points of my face. So that's how we're gonna apply this today. Again, you can use these liquid highlighters in any of those combinations that work best for you. You just gotta figure out how it is that you like to have your overall look. And the best part is you can change it up from day to day. So a little bit about the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. This sells for under $15. You can get it sometimes on Amazon for around $9 or $10. Target and Ulta have it between $12 and $15. I don't know why the price varies, but it does. And that is for 1.35 ounces. Now, if you look this up on the Ulta website, it has 1,234 reviews and it comes out to about 4.5 stars. I have used this one before. You guys have seen me use it just in a tutorial a couple videos ago. It comes in 4 shades: fair, light, medium, and deep. I think deep, not dark, deep. It's your normal packaging, so nothing fancy about the packaging. I have it in the 903 medium. It's a little bit thick, which for me makes it easier to apply. And the marketing says that it hydrates and illuminates instantly all over skin. Because it's a little thicker, I like to put it between my fingers and just warm it up a little bit to thin it out before I put it on my face. I just find that it's easier to blend that way. Now, I will put this on top of my foundation. I'll put it on top of my blush. On days that I don't wear blush, I will use this instead. Sometimes I'll use it just on my eyelids as well to give just a little natural glow there. So there's a lot of different ways you can wear this. And if you don't wear any makeup, you can still put this where you maybe want a little bit of highlighter. Now, normally in the summertime, I like to apply my highlighter right on the apples of my cheeks, more in a little bit of a circle and fade it out into the blush. I'm not as partial to the stripe, if you will, in the summer. I don't know why that is. I just think it's a more youthful summertime look. But today I want to get the most visibility out of these two highlighters, so I am going to go across my cheekbone and give both of these a go. I just want to make sure I didn't dry it out too much while I was talking. You can see just what a nice, soft, little bit of glow that gives. There's no sparkles in it. There's no little tiny pieces of glitter. So you don't have to be too fearful of putting this in other places or all over your face if you want. Sometimes I'll rub it on my neck or my shoulders. And at the price point, I don't mind doing that. I don't mind using it for other parts besides just my face when it's $9 or $12 or $15. You can see a nice subtle glow that gives. It's just enough that says you have beautiful, healthy skin, but it's not so much or so bright or so stroby that it says, wow, you've put a lot of makeup on. All right, so now let's go to the contender, because this is the one, you guys, where this is the third product from this brand that I have tried. Now, it is a clean brand, and I am really I'm gonna try to be as unbiased as I can. I just think that for $58 for a highlight, this isn't a foundation, this is a highlighter. If it was one of my essentials, one of my makeup essentials, lipstick, foundation, mascara, I'm okay spending more money to find the right product that works for me. But when it's an accessory makeup product, like eyeshadow or lip gloss or blush or highlighter, I just think that $58 seems excessive for 1 ounce. Now, the packaging is typical Westman Atelier. It's stunningly gorgeous. They do say to shake it. It's about the size of a credit card. It's a little bit thicker than a credit card, but it's something that you wouldn't mind pulling out if you're out at cocktail hour or in the restroom and just touching up. I wouldn't mind pulling this out either, but I wouldn't put my makeup on in front of people anyway. So, I mean, there's that. So unless you want to impress your friends with this, anyway. So let's talk about what the marketing says about this liquid super loaded. It says it is a supercharged complexion enhancer with long-term benefits and an instant glow. It comes in 3 shades. One is Peau de Peach, which is more of a warm peachy nude. It comes in Peau de Rose, which is a cool oyster pink, which is the one I have. And it comes in Peau de Sol, which they're calling their golden hour bronze. One of the key differences between these two, besides the packaging, is that this one does have skincare ingredients in the product. It has subaki oil, avocado seed oil, and vitamin C. The first ingredient for this on the ingredient list is squalene and then water. So you just twist the top. I'm just gonna really shake it because I wanna make sure we give it its best chance. And again, I have it in Peau de Rose, which is a really pretty pink type color. It's a little more runny than the Glotion was. You can see it's a really pretty highlight. It doesn't have a scent to it. I might have just wasted like $4 worth. Just like the other side, I wanna just pat it right through here. And I hope that shows up on camera. It looks wet at first, where I feel like the L'Oreal is a little bit more of a glow. Now, I'm sure this will dry down. And it's gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. It looks a little bit more like that healthy glow, healthy skin from within than a normal highlight would. Definitely more beautiful than a powder highlight, in my opinion. It just looks like it's my natural skin, has a really soft, lovely glow. I'm curious to see what you guys think, if you can see a difference between the two sides. This has a glow to it. It just feels like it's a little more subtle, where this looks more like a true glow. It's beautiful. It almost looks moist, wet, hydrated, I guess is the best way to say it. One thing I noticed right away on this side is that my cheek looks more hydrated, not plumped, but hydrated. So one thing I'm curious about is if you had oily skin, how would this wear on oily skin? In fact, you know what I'm gonna do, you guys, is my forehead typically gets oily. Now, I don't normally put highlighter on my forehead, but because this is oily, I am curious as to how this will wear on more oily skin throughout the course of the day. Will it get really oily? So let's just put it right up through here. And I think we'll do the same with the other side, just to be fair. Because if you have oily skin, I wanna know if you're gonna look a little bit too too shiny in a couple hours. That would be good for us to know. All right, so I'm just gonna put the Glotion on this side just so we can give a fair assessment to both. I don't wanna score one higher than the other if we didn't test it for the same things. Yes, I'm that person. Everything's gotta be I's dotted and T's crossed and, you know. Okay, so there we go. So this looks a little bit more like a gold dew, and this looks a little bit more like a wet dew. So we've got both of these products on some dry skin as well as some oily skin. Now, another thing that I think is interesting is when you read the website for this one, there's a lot of mention of the skincare ingredients and how over time your skin will benefit from the ingredients. And I can appreciate that, and I'm grateful that we are adding more and more skincare into our cosmetics. The thing I keep in mind with that though is if you're gonna wear this just through here, like I would, the benefit of skincare right through here isn't gonna benefit my overall look. So while there is skincare in it, where I will place this product isn't going to benefit the rest of my skin. So the skincare in it is nice. And if you were gonna wear this all over your face, then yeah, that's probably something that you would want in this product. And for that price point, I don't know that I would wear it that way. But if you have beautiful, flawless skin and you don't wear a foundation, this would look beautiful on your skin without any other foundation. I just have enough imperfections in my skin that I don't like to wear it just without anything on it. Now, I am having an IPL in a few weeks, so maybe after I get some sun damage off again, I put those products on the back of both of my hands as well as on my cheeks, and I think both of them look beautiful. Neither of these products mention how long they will last, how long that they'll wear. So I'm gonna check in with you throughout the course of the day and just see if we still feel like this has a really nice look to it and what this side looks like as well. And with $35 price difference between the two, let's see how they perform. All right, welcome back. It has been 5.5 hours since I saw you guys earlier. I've been outside in the sun, in the wind, so I put this makeup through a weekend type day, not necessarily a work day where you're maybe in an office. Now, don't mind the foundation because I am reviewing a new foundation right now, and after looking in the mirror throughout the day today, it's certainly not gonna make a staple in my makeup routine, and it's probably not gonna make an appearance in a video unless I do a fails video, which I don't do those probably often enough. All right, so taking a look at these two, I was really trying to figure out the best way to explain them because they do the same thing, but I think they look different enough to help you decide which look you want. And that's then gonna help you decide which product you want. I can't say that either one is better than the other, and I can't say that one is a fail over the other. And I say that because when you apply them both, the L'Oreal is much more of a pearly iridescent type highlight, where the Westman is really more of a wet, natural glow, beautiful, flawless skin. So they have different looks when you're finished with them. And where I'm more oily, I don't see that one or the other looks, actually doesn't look like either one of them are still really there. And I did not have a hat on today. It was a little windy, but I don't think they wore as well on more oily skin than I think they wore long-term on more dry skin. This side still looks like it's just like a nice little soft blurred glow to me. And this side just looks dewy and hydrated. Now I will say that during the review process, this side did take about 2 hours to dry down. And if you have ever had lip gloss where a little bit of wind and your hair gets stuck in that lip gloss, how frustrating and just annoying that can be. You're constantly pulling it out. My hair did sort of get a little bit stuck to this side of my face. Once I noticed that happening, I kept a timer on it just so I can see how long does it really take to dry down. And it was right around the 2 hour mark. So again, if you're in an office all day and you're not gonna have wind around, it may not be as annoying. For me, that was a little bit of a drawback. I think I would hesitate wearing it out in an evening or something if I knew that was gonna happen and there was gonna be wind around. So that would be the only downside to that one, but it is stunningly beautiful. I think the true beauty of this one works best on your own skin with moisturizer on it because it just makes the skin look hydrated. That's the best word I can think of for it. It's just beautiful. I don't think it wears well on top of a foundation because I do feel like it just looked a little patchy, but even that patchiness was gorgeous. So while these two are in the same product category, I think what they do is slightly different. This one gives a really nice pearl, iridescent, almost like look to the skin, and it plays nicely with your foundation. So you could easily use it as a liquid highlighter, a little bit of a liquid eyeshadow, and you would be good to go, and it would last for 4 to 5 hours. Now this one, it gives your skin a really pretty, hydrated, dewy look. It doesn't mix that well with foundation. So I think for those of you that have bare skin with just moisturizer on it, but you just want a really pretty natural glow to your skin, this would be beautiful. So while they're in the same category, this is less of a highlighter and more of a natural, stunningly beautiful look to your skin that can be used as a highlighter. This is a highlighter, and if you diluted it down with some foundation or some tinted moisturizer, you could get more of an all-over glow. So I hope knowing how these products look on the skin and how they wear will help you decide which one is best for you. I don't think you can go wrong with either one of them as long as you're using it for the purpose that maybe it works best. A little bit of a glow, gorgeous looking bare skin. Well, that wraps up today's Friday Face Off. Normally, I can declare a hands down winner. In this case, I think it just depends on what you're gonna use the product for, how often you're gonna use it, and are you gonna use it on top of makeup or perhaps just by itself? That'd be the first question that I would ask myself before deciding which one of these two products to purchase. There's a lot of Fridays left in the year and a lot of products still to review. Leave me some comments if there's products that you would like to see. Take the challenge in a Friday Face Off. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.